What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Dolphins Daily, your daily dose of Dolphins content with your boy Chris Kane. Let's talk about the Dolphins. Now, we've done a lot of talk about the Dolphins running back room, and I've been very adamant that this is a three-horse race. Technically, we have four running backs. Alexander Madison is the fourth running back. We obviously know about Achane, Wright, and of course, Ali Gordon, the draft pick. And the question has been, how are we going to divvy up the carries? Because I believe it's a three running back race. I'm thinking somewhere between 25 and 30 carries a game between those three guys. That's kind of where I've been this whole time. But according to Coach Stud, the running back coach, the roles for the players haven't quite been defined yet, which also means that we don't really know who's like ascending. Obviously, Devon is like number one, but two through four, we're kind of like they all kind of do different things, right? So his perspective is we haven't really decided yet. That's going to be up to them. In fact, he says each guy makes his own role in the team. I don't think we predetermine that. I think you got to expose them to everything and see what they can do and let them develop into the role that they clearly take and establish on their own through what they do. Makes sense to me, right? We know Devon what he does. And I think we have a decent idea what Jalen does. Um, because Alexander Madison basically was a fill-in when there was an injury. He was never like you're going to be the bell cow guy your whole career. So we don't know. He's been known as like a physical runner. Bolly Gordon's also been physical before, but it doesn't mean that's all he could do. That's what he did in college. And I like the idea that we might have different packages for different guys. We might have, you know, some guys who did one thing before, maybe want to do something different. Like maybe Ollie Gordon is a really good receiver. And we just never got to see it because he was just so good at running the ball that we just did that whole thing. I like the idea of letting them kind of fill it out on the field because if four of them, three of them, then they're vying for number two carries, then they should be giving their best effort. There's no reason outside of Jalen Wright's like draft stock that if he doesn't outperform the other two, like he doesn't necessarily get to just play because you were drafted higher. It makes sense that he would be. He seems like the next move in the playbook from Devon because he's similar to Devon with a little bit different. But we may find that our team needs a little bit more physicality. So now having a kind of tweener back is not as important as having two backs that in the fourth quarter, let's say our offense does what it's supposed to do this year, which is get a lead and then try to salt the game away. I don't want a running back who I don't think can get a couple of those extra yards on their own, right? So it may be beneficial to have big backs in the fourth quarter who are getting 4 yards of carry, 4 yards of carry. They're not going to break the 70-yard run. We're not here for that. They're just going to bludgeon. Like the linebackers are tired, D linemen are tired, run the clock out. That may be where the team kind of evolves into. Or maybe a situation where we want to be more spread out, more wide open. We need running backs to be dual threats. You got to run the ball and receive the ball, in which case that'll probably lend itself to go a different way. I like that we don't have it set in stone yet. I am still very much in the camp that Alexander probably won't make the active roster because we probably need to carry extra secondary people because we have so many people that are not settled in that position. We almost certainly need extra offensive linemen when we literally have a rookie playing in one position. We have an injury prone right tackle. We have a left guard, possibly. I mean, the guards could switch, but left guard who's coming off of an injury. I'm guessing if we normally carry 8 offensive linemen, we might carry 9 or 10 if we could. Just because we don't know what's going on in that situation. We don't ever want to be in a place where our old linemen are so diminished and then we're trying to like fill the gaps with extra running backs. I'd rather have an extra old lineman than a fourth running back, right? Or another defensive end. We've had both of our main guys be hurt the last couple of years. So if we normally carry, 5 or 6, like would carrying a seventh D end who can kind of rotate and just spell those guys, would that be a better play? That's why I don't think there's going to be four. It's not about I don't think Alexander's a good player. I just think we definitely have needs outside of running back. I think running back is one of our stronger situations on the team. Wide receiver obviously being one, and I think running back is right there. Like we have running backs that if they got cut today, they will get picked up tomorrow. I think people like our running back room generally, but we'll see what happens with that. I think coach is giving them. It's not a PC response like, "Hey, we just letting them kind of figure it out." I believe he probably has a depth chart in his head. I think Coach McDaniel has a depth chart in his head, and it's like, let's just see if they live up to where we kind of think they should be, and if they do, then they'll play. Now, I mentioned the secondary earlier because we know that is maybe our most glaring part of the team. It's just, it's very much in flux. We still know it's over Ramsey right now. We haven't talked a lot about the safety position because honestly, we don't know who's going to play in safety. Hasn't been worth talking about. But I did want to bring up Ashton Davis today because I feel like he has the potential to, one, start, but he has the unique position because, one, he's older than most of the guys in the secondary. He's only 28, but we have a very young, rookie laden, second, third year guy, like filled secondary. And then Artie Burns, who is older, but has just been just riddled with injuries. Just can't stay healthy. Talented player. Shout out to the U. Can't stay on the field, right? Ashton Davis has been with the Jets for his whole 5 year career. We hate the Jets here. That's fine. And he's been mostly unremarkable. 2022 is really good. Like he had 3 picks that year, 8 pass breakups. Solid player, played basically every game. Really solid year. The last couple years, he's been okay. He's never gotten more than 3 picks in a year, but he's never, missed more than 3 games in a year. So he's been relatively healthy, relatively solid. The best way to describe him is a NFL probably spot starting safety that is a really good special teams guy. So he should make whatever team he gets picked up on because he plays both. He's not just like a specialist in the secondary, but he's not going to be the guy that like lights your defense on fire. What he could be though is a very calming and very adult presence in the room. When you got a bunch of young guys going for spots, they may not even know how the league is played yet, right? They're coming straight from college. Some of them may have been higher recruits. Some of them are just like, yo, I just want to get on the field. And there's a dog eat dog kind of thing in the secondary. Him being in the league for as long as he's been, he's also on a 1 year deal. Y'all know how much I love 1 year deals because you have to prove yourself. Ashton knows if I don't ball this year, I will be on a 1 year deal next year. That's just the way it works. If he comes in this year, he's our third safety, solid on special teams. He's only getting 1 year, 2.5 right now. He'll be getting 1 year, 2.5 to 3 next year. Like it's not going to jump to 10 million because you played in secondary and you play special teams, right? He knows if I don't do enough to show the league or the Dolphins, hey, I'm a starter. Hey, I deserve to get paid solid. He's not going to get paid top of the market. He's not that level talent. But if he plays all year, he's a good presence. 3 to 4 picks. Again, 3 is his career high so far. He gets that career high, maybe 4 picks this year. Good in the secondary. Doesn't give a lot of deep passes. Just a very leader, calm presence in the secondary. He could be brought back for a couple year extension. That's very much on the board. If he comes in and he gets beat out by a 21-year-old, hey, he might be a 1 year journeyman for the rest of his career. So there's a lot of weight on the season for him. And I think he's aware of that. I mean, when he came to the team, we said, hey, we think you can start. And he said, cool, give me a fresh start. Give me a chance to bury the last 5 years where it was either very mid, one little peak, and then mid again. I think I'm better than what I was there. Give me a chance to prove myself. And coach said, okay, 1 year, 2.5, prove yourself. If you ball, more money. If you don't, that's kind of the game. So I think he's more likely than not one of the leaders at the 2 safety positions come into the league, come into the season. I think he's, physical enough. He's experienced enough. And wow, bless me. Sorry about that. So I think he has a good chance to start. I don't know. Again, I think he's a spot starter in general. He didn't start a ton with the Jets, but I do think for what we need at secondary, which is stability, we don't need necessarily ball hawks and, the highest level players. We just don't need to be deficient. And I think what he does well is not be deficient. So I think he has an inside track to start. He's been good so far. Coaches say he's very coachable. He's been very engaged. He's locked in. He's been the adult in the room, which he should be because he's the adult in the room. I like that. So we'll see if he, once we start really hitting and, we start doing joint practices, if his game stays at that level, then I think he has a really good chance to start. But if he doesn't, then he will get passed over again. I can't believe we're here again. I cannot believe we're here again. I've done this story multiple times over the last week. I told y'all I'm so happy that Tyreek is not racing Noah Lyles. He can get back to football. This is all publicity stuff. Let's just move on. Hopefully, this is the last we hear about Tyreek and the shenanigans. And immediately, Tyreek is back on it. Yo, man, I show speed. Where you at, bro? You in Miami? We got a race. And now here we go again. More shenanigans, more off the field stuff. I just don't get it. If you don't know, I Show Speed is one of the biggest streamers in the world. One is fast, like he actually is fast, but he does a bunch of stuff. Like he does gaming, he does like it's kind of an athlete just in general. He's a really good athlete, but he's a young kid, high energy. He goes all around the world doing various streaming activities. You've seen him on like Aiden Ross's podcast. You've seen him on Shannon Sharp's podcast. He's been around. He's a presence. I don't want to demean Speed in any way, shape, or form. He should not be racing Tyreek Hill. Period. Tyreek Hill should not be racing Speed. There's no reason to do any of this. There was less reason to do it against Noah Lyles because what are we talking about? Olympic gold medalist. But then that falls apart. Cool. You have a chance to just move forward. And Tyreek's like, nah, bro, somebody got to get this race. They don't. I don't understand this at all. There's nothing to gain here. If you beat Speed, people are like, cool, you beat a streamer. And if you lose, what are we doing? There's nothing to gain, only things to lose. I don't get, like, some of y'all like, Chris, let that man run. Well, I get it. I'm not being the fun police. It's more about what dude are you going to be right now? Because you told us, hey, I'm trying to be a starter again. Hey, I don't care about that 1,700, 2,000 yards. I'm trying to win, man. I'm trying to get some playoff dubs. I'm here to win football. I want that Captain C back on my chest. That's what you told us. That's what I've been led to believe. Are you the new dude or are you the same dude that you were before? Because I've been giving you grace a little bit because I thought, hey, he's trying to be a new dude. But now I'm hearing old dude behavior. And if you're the old dude, that's fine. But I don't want to hear new dude talking. Because Tyreek, after this year, is probably going to push to get an extension. And he can't say, I know I've been giving y'all off the field shenanigans for 4 years, but I'm going to be on my best behavior for the next 2 or 3. There's no way you can get that off. It doesn't make sense. So if he is going to go for his new contract, he has to say, I'm going to cause you less headache over the next 3 years than I've caused you the last 4. Oh, also, my game's going to diminish over the next 3 years because my game is mostly built on speed, and as you get older, you get slower. So, hey, I know I'm going to be less of a player. I still want big money. Oh, and I'm still going to be an off-field concern? That doesn't make sense. So are you the new dude that's like, hey, cutting distractions out, football, let's get some dub, I'm getting healthy again, my wrist is getting better, let's move forward? Or are you, look at me, Louis, Tyreek, look at me on the field doing backflips, look at me jumping in the stands, racing streamers? What, you beat Speed, then what, you're gonna race Ashton Davis next? Like, where do we go here? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I know it's going to be fun. I'm sure they'll stream it. I'm sure they'll make some money from it. I'm saying, what's the point? What's the point? It doesn't make sense to me. And I hope this is the last I hear about this, but if Speed said I'm not going to race you, he might just go to the next streamer. All right, y'all, I'm racing all of RDC. On the line, RDC. Like, Leela, let's go. Like, Mark, let's go. Like, what are we doing, man? At some point, you just, I guess he is who he is. Maybe I was asking too much. This might be on me. I don't know. I don't want to talk about this again. But he keeps doing stuff. I got to talk about it. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in to Dolphins Daily. We appreciate the love and support. Thank y'all for the likes and subscribes. We'll see you next time on Dolphins Daily. Peace.